Welcome back, Sebastian here. It's time for my preview for the inaugural 2024 Tokyo ePrix. So obviously a lot of excitement this weekend for the Tokyo ePrix, the first street circuit in Japan, the first foray for the series into Japan as well. Now obviously it being the first race, we don't really have a whole lot to go on looking at previous year's race or anything like that. So I think it's really a step into unknown for everyone. But here's the track. 2.585 kilometers, fairly short. The cars will have 32 kilowatt hours, which is on the lower end of the scale. This past weekend, or last time out, in Sao Paulo, they had 38 and a half, which is very close to the 40 kilowatt hour limit that they have. So 32 kilowatt hours, quite low, pretty similar to what they had in London. So definitely a track that's not super hard on energy. There'll be 33 laps on Saturday as well. And of course, the big talking point in the last week or so has been the addition of this chicane at turn 16. Now, there was apparently concern that this corner could provide a safety hazard if there was no chicane there. It's a bit of a downhill corner. It's left-hander, and given that, understandable that the Japanese are quite quite cautious people, so understandable they wouldn't want to risk having a massive crash in their first race. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. The other thing that I think is important to note, though, is that the lap count and the kilowatt and the energy count were decided before the chicane was implemented. So adding the chicane after means that a race that was already not looking to be a race that was going to be hard on energy is even looking like it will be less so. So definitely it suggests that overtaking is going to be quite difficult if there's not a ton of energy consumption, and it means that qualifying is going to be very, very important. I had the chance to look at basically a sim lap on I think it was a Seto course, I'm not sure, but it was on the Formula E Reddit, I believe, and yeah, there was some of the corners, particularly corner turn 9 and the chicane at turn 16, very, very narrow. Could potentially have a crash or red flag even, given how narrow that chicane is. Of course, I haven't seen it in real life, so that's obviously something we'll have to wait and see. But I'm not really expecting the best race. Of course, we have attack mode as well for this weekend, and the attack mode will be at turn 4. But I think generally best overtaking areas are probably going to be turn 1, maybe turn 10, this turn 15 here as well. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how it goes. The schedule for this weekend: Friday FP1 4:25 in the afternoon. Saturday, high of 25 degrees in Tokyo, sunny with some clouds, 20% chance of rain as well. So probably not too much rain. I know there were some concerns last week that it was going to be very cold. Luckily, it's warmed up a bit here, so it shouldn't be too cold this weekend. FP2 7:55 in the morning, qualifying 10:20 in the morning, and then the race is at 3:03 local time. Now, just finishing up with some predictions. Obviously, there's not a whole lot else to add, but I'm going to go with Pascal Wehrlein for the win. He's been quite strong in qualifying this year, so assuming he can put a good lap in, I think he has a good chance of converting that to the win. Let's see what else. Jake Dennis, I think not really. I think he's been quite weaker in qualifying this year compared to last year. I think you can never count out Mitch Evans, always one to put in a really great lap. I think Nick Cassidy as well, obviously wanting to have a bounce back from his poor weekend last time out in Sao Paulo. So there you go. Those are my predictions for the 2024 Tokyo ePrix. Excited for the race, obviously first time in Tokyo. Wish I was there in person, but alas, not to be. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.